Hey ladies, this is Mary with Better Day Consulting and Credit Repair, and I'm sitting out here in my garage, and I don't have on my wig, so don't y'all be looking at me all crazy, okay? So I just want to talk to the ladies for a while, and men, if you listen, that's fine too. But ladies, let's go ahead and get our credit together, okay? I know there are a lot of single ladies, even married ladies on here that's listening to me, and it's kind of a struggle. You don't know what to do or how to do it, but I'm here to help with Better Day Consulting, okay? Because I done been in your position, as well. So what I want to really talk about is basically getting your sugar, honey, and iced tea together, okay? So a lot of times, ladies, you may have a situation where, okay, well, my car is, you kind of scared to really drive it anywhere because, everywhere you go, you're going to get a jump off. Somebody got to jump you off somewhere. Or somebody got to help get your car started, and, you got to go get your kids from school, or you may be even late for work, trying to leave your apartment complex, and, your job is depending on you making your money to take care of your family. So, it's a lot of times that you may experience that, and I'm like, damn, I need me a new car. I want me a new car. I can afford a new car. And yes, you can. It's just you have to get your priorities in order. You have to get your priorities straight. You got to look at it and say, hey, this is priority. I got to focus on here, because if I need to get to this place right here, that next place, then it's something you need to do right here. So right here is basically getting your credit fixed, ladies and gentlemen. Basically getting your credit fixed. So you won't be like, okay, well, you got 4 kids, you got 2 in elementary school and 2 in middle school, and they growing, popping out the seams in your house, and you got this little 2-bedroom apartment because that's all you can afford at this point. And your job is not paying what you needed to pay, even though you can go and take some class to get an education and get a better job. I mean, whatever you got to do to sacrifice that right now, go ahead and do it, because credit, it's going to be part of your life forever. So whatever you do in life, you're going to have to deal with, trying to get credit from somewhere, unless you got a rich uncle or aunt or somebody that left you a whole lot of money, and it can take you and your family to the rest of your life. More than likely, that's not the case. So when you're dealing with life in general, like I said, you're going to always need some type of credit. Somebody going to have to give you some kind of loan or installment loan, or you're going to get a car, you're going to get a house, or even a better apartment, until you can get to the position where you can go ahead and buy a house. And you should have like ultimate goals to do. It's just not like, well, I'm right here where I am right now, and I'm just going to keep on turning wheels where I am because I'm making it. Go ahead and write you out, a plan of action that you need to take. Not necessarily you need to take, but a plan of action where you want to be in the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now. And then you start planning accordingly. Some people, they stay in that same position forever. It's like, I'm not down anybody on like a government assistance or anything like that, or Section 8, because I done been there myself. I done been on Section 8, and Section 8 has helped me out with my 2 girls, okay? So I done been there, but I didn't stay there. I didn't want to stay there. I remember when I was on getting welfare back in the day, when I was getting welfare, and the people gave me like $88 a month, right? And so I had another child, and so they upped my welfare. I got $112 a month. Even though back then it sounded like a whole lot of money, but it wasn't, to take care of 2 kids back then. And I remember I was talking to my dad about that, and rest his soul. But I was telling him, well, they giving me $112. I had another baby now. And he told me, he said, take them folks their money back. I'm like, how I'm going to take them folks their money back? Then they gave me the check. I can't just take it back like that. But anyway, I listened to that. And when I listened to that, it kind of, stuck within me to like, okay, well, this is only $112. I can make a $112. This is my thinking now back in the day, like in the early 80s. Like, I can make $112 working somewhere a week. So I can do 4 times that much, I'm like, well, I can do this. But like I said, I didn't stay at that position because, what he said to me is stuck with me, and it's still sticking with me today that, don't just settle for this right here, right now, because, it's always something out there for you to get and better your life. And that's what I did throughout my whole life. And I ended up joining the military, and most of you guys that know me know that, I was in the military for 27 years, retired, and came back to Mobile. And before I got back to Mobile, I started my own party bus company, Elegant Nights Limo Party Bus. I started that before I even got the military, so I can have something to slide into when I got back. Even though I knew I was going to have my retirement and, my VA compensation and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, well, I need to do something else. I need to do something different. I need to do something to keep on bringing income within the house, within my household, because by this time, my kids are grown. They had their own lives and own, spouses or mate or whatever they had. But even though it was still me, I still made it my objective to continue to move on. Then I went back into real estate. I was in real estate before, and some of you guys know my story, and I ain't going to go through it right now. But, I lost a lot of homes, about maybe 10 units I had. And I actually kept the one that I had when I first purchased a home in Louisiana, and I still have that home right now today. But the other ones I lost. I went through foreclosures. I went through a whole lot of stuff. I went through a whole lot of bad credit and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I ain't gonna say the word I always use all the time, but that word right there. But anyway, I went on through that, and I'm like, oh, it's just like, it's so hard. The thing gonna even change with me in my life. Do I have to wait that 7 years and stuff like that? So I started doing stuff about it. I was trying to buy a house back in 2000 and I think 17, because I've been here like 2 years now. So 2017, I was trying to buy a house, and it was a struggle to get the house. I had to keep on going and extending, and I had to keep paying money to extend it so they can try to make it work out. But it did not work out. So I ended up continuing to stay in my apartment. So I'm like, something got to give. And it was something in my credit, because like I said, I had all those units I had all those houses, and I lost some foreclosure. Credit was like, just went down to like, I wouldn't even check my credit anymore because it was so bad, right? And so I'm like, I started doing things, getting little cards and little $200 credit cards so I can like start building my credit. I'm like, what the hell I'm gonna do with $200? But I used it, and I got like I paid I got like a tank of gas, right? Like the first of the month I got like a tank of gas, and I paid it off. And I started getting little credit cards, 200 here, 500 here. It wasn't a whole lot, and I'm like, I'm struggling. So I started getting like secure cards, and so these people can know that I'm serious about doing what I'm doing, trying to build my credit up. And so I started trying to look online and find different groups and find different things to try to how to fix my credit and build my credit. And I end up doing that. And, things start changing in my life for that. When I did that, I started getting credit cards. I started getting high limit credit cards. And I started, talking to different people about credit. And they said, hey, Mary, you can go do this, you can go do that. I'm like, okay, I did it. So then, I started getting my business back together, because I had businesses and stuff. And I just like, screw the business, because I ain't got no good credit. No way anybody gonna give me nothing. I started working on my business credit again. I met some people online that showed me how to do it, and I started doing it. And I ended up teaching seminars and webinars on how to build business credit. But ladies, we don't have to stay in the same place, in the same position that we're in. Just because we're down now don't mean that we're gonna be down forever. And stop looking at my bald head, because I got my wig cap. I ain't got my wig on tonight, so but anyway, we don't have to stay in that same position as we have been in. It's like don't give up on life. Don't give up on trying to have something. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on trying to make your situation better, because you never know. People depending on you to make that move, so they can make that move behind you. Somebody's looking for you to say, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what I did, because people behind me depend on me to do the same thing, and I've done the same thing. So I'm like, okay, this is what you do. This, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that. And even though I have a credit repair company, when I started out doing my credit repair, I started doing people for free. Because I wanted to get used to it and getting used to the results and seeing what it's like to go through the process. I took my own self through the process of my own credit repair company, but I took some friends and family members through there with me so I can try to understand. So now, I'm doing okay with it now. But I just want to be able to reach out and help you guys to understand that this is not the end of the world. When you have late payments and they go to charge outs and collections, and when they go to you may feel like you want to file bankruptcy and get this monkey off your back, all that stuff. Even though I didn't file bankruptcy and I never had a repossession, I had all that other stuff. And it's the same thing. It's negative credit. Your credit score going to dip. You're going to take a dive. So I done did that too. So I want to help you guys. I want to help you get your stuff together. I want to help you to get your stuff on a new path. Even though the old path didn't work at whatever time it didn't work, and you probably gave up on it. Don't give up. Do not give up, ladies and gentlemen as well. Because gentlemen, you have a responsibility to take care of your family. So if your credit is shot too, and you done made some mistakes, everybody done make mistakes in life, and they may have forgot to make a payment, or they may have not had the money to pay, and they're like, oh Lord, I done did that too, right? With my houses, I got tired. My tenants was in 2008, 2009, during that time, 2008, when the economy crashed back then. Y'all remember that back then, right? So I had to I had all these units I had to pay for. And I was paying $6,000 a month. I think $6,000 a month for 8 months. This is coming out of my pocket. That's almost $50,000, right? And I'm like, fuck, I can't do that no more. I can't keep giving that just to try to keep my credit up. Just to try to keep my credit good, because after a while I'm going to run out of money, right? And before I did that, I'm like, you know what? I stopped all my automatic payments. I had automatic payments going to my bank, automatic drafts, like ACH payments and stuff that they would automatically take out. I had all that. I ended up, before the next month started, it was this month, and not this particular month, but the month before, I took off all my automatic payments because I hadn't already made up my mind. You know what? I'm finna let this mess go right here. I don't even care what my credit look like. I don't even care I ain't even care no more, right? So I ended up letting them go. So when the first of the month come around, when my payments had to be made, I ain't pay nobody. I didn't. I did not pay these mortgage people. I ain't pay these mortgages because you know what? After a while, I was going to be broke. Paying the mortgage, and you know what? My credit's going to end up anyway, right? So I didn't pay mortgage that month. And I think it was in November when I didn't pay. It was November, whatever year that was. And when I didn't pay it, and you're supposed to pay people, you pay your bills and stuff like that. But when I didn't pay it because I'm gonna run out of money, I'm like, I felt good. I really felt good because I didn't pay. I didn't care because they sent me these notice. You got late payments, and all these late payments start popping up and all that kind of stuff. Then charge offs, and then all this other messed up. I didn't care because I slept better. I slept better. Even though I slept better, I knew I owed these folks, and I knew what the repercussions was if I didn't pay my bills. So I ain't trying to do that no more because I'm trying to position myself in a way that that I don't have to go there no more. I done got back into the real estate again. That was my biggest thing, real estate. And then even though, all of my real estate flopped. Well, it didn't flop, but, I stopped paying. So, it went to foreclosure and all that kind of stuff. So even though that happened, well, I had a lot of business accounts as well in the business name, in my business name, JG Property Management. I had a lot of business accounts in that name. And you know what? All those credit cards started tumbling. They started, cutting those credit cards down to zero. They started canceling those cards. And I'm like, everything just plummeted all at the same time. But, I had to keep my mind and keep my sanity together. Like, I couldn't care about that then. I had to care about my sanity. I had to care about, I just had to care about me. I just care about Mary Jane. That's what I had to care about. Yes, indeed, I had to care about me. Because even though they it hit my credit report, their credit report is just a piece of paper. I know it sounds horrible me saying that, and I'm a credit score improvement specialist, but at that time I wasn't. And to me, it was just a piece of paper, and I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna ride these 7 years out. I'm gonna ride them out, but it was really hard those years to ride it out, and I got through it because even before that time was up, I learned how to repair my own credit. I learned how to fix my own credit. I learned how to send in the letters. I learned and try to understood the laws and what they can and what they can't do and how they report on your credit, credit file and stuff like that. So I'm just saying this, ladies and gentlemen, that it can be a change in your life starting today. You just have to go ahead and make that phone call to me at 833-522-0200, or you can schedule your free credit consult. And this free credit consult, it kind of lets you know where you are. We'll pull your credit report. It lets you know where you are, what the negative items are, what the positive items are, what we need to do to work on your credit to get you in a better position in life. No matter what that position is, it's always going to be something better to improve your credit score, to help remove negative items out there. There's laws that states that how they have to report and all that kind of stuff. So if it's not reporting right, then we can challenge the bureaus on these items that's on your credit report. Okay, so you can get your free credit consult at creditconsult.betterdayconsulting.com. And even if you don't go with me, Mary Taylor, at Better Day Consulting, get with somebody and get it fixed, get it looked at, get a consult. A lot of these credit repair people out here, they do free consults. And y'all may be my friend or somebody I know personally, and you like, I don't want Miss Mary to know what's going on in my life. I don't care what's going on. I mean, I care what's going on in your life, but I don't care that you don't choose me. What I care about is that you choose somebody and make a decision on what's going to be for your future, for you and your children, you and your family, you and your spouse, you and just in general of how you going to approach life, because everything dealing with credit. Like I said, if you got a rich uncle or auntie or somebody that left you a whole lot of money that going to last you for the rest of your life, then you may not need this. You may not. I don't know what kind of plans you got or what you're going to do in life with that money or whatever. But anything that's dealing with life right now, you're going to need some type of credit. You're going to need some type of line of credit. You're going to need some type of loan. If you go about buying that $300,000 house, you're going to need a loan for that. And in order for them folks to get, they ain't just going to give that to you just because you're trying to apply for it. No, it's things that you have to do. Your credit needs to be like A1. And you can get A1 credit. But you got to start somewhere. You got to believe in somebody to help you to get to that point. Okay? So, I know I'm just rambling off, but I just want you guys to understand this is important. This is important for you, your life, your family, and credit is going to affect you the rest of your life until you dead. Trust me on that. It's going to affect you. You're going to always need, okay, I'm going to need a car. Well, unless you're going to buy one of these little cars. I mean, cash cars, they are pretty good, right? And they may be dependable. But how does it feel for you to go out and to a dealership and apply for your credit and, no down payment, your interest rates is real low, or you got 0% interest for the life of your loan, and you can do a whole lot better. You can go places. You can do things because now you can go out of town and you ain't got to worry about renting no car. Because you have a car. You have a car that's dependable, that can go out of town, that can go anywhere in the world you want to go. Right? So, those some of the things. And, you got your little nice house. And you may have to start off with a little starter house. $100,000 house, $50,000 house. I mean, if it's a nice house, and it's in a decent neighborhood, don't worry about, how much it costs and stuff like that, because you ain't got to go around and compete with other people with these $200,000 and $300,000 and $400,000 and $500,000 houses when you ain't got the money to pay for it. Number one, you're going to get the diet. And number two, if you do get the house, how you going to keep up? Do you have the job and skill sets to go out there and make that money to keep up with these house payments? And, furnishing this nice big old house? Or, if you need some lawn service or maintenance on it later on, or you're going to be able to afford that. So go ahead and get what you can afford at this point and work your way up. At least you can say, hey, I bought a house. You ain't got to really be expensive. My first house that I bought, it was like $36,000. It was $36,000 in Baton Rouge. $36,000. And I was so glad to get that house. My house payment was like, for that 30-year mortgage, was like $200 something. I can rock $200 something every month. That's fine. But then I ended up refinancing to a 15-year mortgage, and it went up to like $3 something. So I'm like, shoot, it's been paid off since like 2014, and I have a tenant in there now. But start somewhere. That was my first house, and I moved out because I was in the military, and they moved me to Georgia at this point, and I still had the little house. I put on the Section 8. Made some money, and then Section 8 end up paying the house off. So that's the thing that you can do as well. You can get this house, move into it, and then after a couple of years, when you're ready to upgrade to something else, and then let that Section 8 house pay for the house that you're going to move into. So that's an option as well. So I just wanted to just come on here and say hey, really, and just rumble off and just talk about some things that I see people going through, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. I do have a Facebook group, Better Day. I think it's Better Day Credit Repair Group, or you can like my page, or you can go on my personal page and see, me. But I just want to reach out to y'all and let you know that it's not the end of the world. And even during this COVID season, people still buying homes. People are still selling homes, and people need somewhere to live. And, you're the person to go out and purchase these homes for them as well. So, if y'all have anything to, ask or comment, you can do so. Just put a comment down or say anything. But I just want to just reach out to y'all. And I'm out in this garage. It's kind of hot out here. And I don't have on my wig, so don't y'all be clowning on my wig cap, okay? I already told y'all that. So I just want to bring it to you raw. Bring it to how I'm feeling right now. And, it's a lot of things that you guys can do. And I'm here to help you or point you in the right direction. If I can't do it or show you or tell you, I have resources. I have people that I can refer you to help you along the way, okay? This is Mary Taylor with Better Day Consulting and Credit Repair. If you want your credit fixed, put Mary Taylor in the mix. And talk to you guys later, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.